Life goes on until it doesn't. My name is Diane and I'm on a 30-day car camping adventure around the U.S. Northwest. Today I have 8 towns to see and 250 miles to cover in the searing summer heat, and my challenge is to find a safe, free place to camp somewhere I've never been before. Along the way, something terrible happens that I can never take back. Good morning. This was my spot from last night. I am omitting the junky pile of PVC pipes and plastic down below. There's a farmhouse or something over there. This river, great white noise all night. There's a little couple campers across the way at the place I couldn't stay, and a bridge, and that's the highway. My little car. Okay, there's the pile of PVC junk. That's just real life, folks. It's really early in the morning. I woke up probably around 4:40 because that's when the first light starts to appear up here in the north. I know Alaska is the real north. Took myself a little Huggies wet wipes bath, so I'm all clean. Last night worked out okay. I'll tell you a story about that a little bit later. I am really sorry about all the dead bugs on the windshield. We'll get to a gas station, we'll wipe those off. In the meantime, let's see if this helps. Oh my god, they are stuck on there. Sorry, little bugs. Okay, so last night I said it was peaceful except for one thing. Probably about half an hour to 45 minutes after I had settled in and it's all dark, kind of listening for noises to make sure it's going to be okay here. And I hear a little bit of highway noise, and then I kind of learn what that is, and so it doesn't really concern me too much. But then I see some lights coming from a weird direction, and I hear a noise, and it turns out it's some old truck coming from the other side of the road where, you know, people probably live down this road. So I'm all paranoid, like, oh my god, what if the neighbors are bothered that I'm here, even though they're like not even, I can't even see them, they're so far away. But of course you worry about that stuff when you're stealth camping or roadside camping or whatever. And so I hear this truck go by, and it kind of goes to the corner, and then it stops, and it's kind of there for a while, and then I see the headlights turn around, and I'm like, oh my god, is he calling the sheriff? You know, like, cars parking there, you know, I'm just worried about it. But then I thought, you know, this is a rural community. Maybe they have to drive their trash from their house, wherever it is down the road, quarter mile, to the corner to get the trash picked up. That was my theory. So, you know, he left and he went back down the road. I saw the taillights, and then after that, all was quiet. Didn't see another car, didn't hear another car. Turns out this morning, there were the trash bins, there was the trash truck. That's exactly what he was doing. He was putting his trash out. Out in the west, when there's so much space between you and your neighbors, I think most people don't care if a traveler, you know, as they say, posts up for the night in some little turnout. If they don't see you, if you're not loud, if you're not making a mess, I think most people out here don't care because this is America. So yeah, that was my sketchiest parking situation to date, and worked out okay. Oh, look, the views. The morning light on these mountains is really, really pretty. Yeah, sleeping last night was a little tossy-turny. It was hot out. Even when I went to bed, it was like 83 something like degrees outside. So I had to crack both the back windows, and of course I did the sunroof. But the fan, that fan, I'm in love with that fan. It was such a lifesaver. I had to have it on all night, pretty much, and that kept things comfortable-ish. It's really pretty mountain right next, there it is. Power lines are in the way. So after a very sketchy park up, I was off to an early start to the town of Twisp, Washington. But first I had to pass through this little bonus town that I didn't even know existed. The tiny town of Carlton, where gas is $6.39 because it's the only thing around. A little So downtown Twisp was off the main highway, and it was really early in the morning when I drove through, so nothing was happening. But they had an organic local market, a bakery, saloon. They had Chinese food.
I bet the Chinese food here is terrible.
And then I saw the first art gallery, and then there was another one, and they had a little theater / playhouse. So obviously this is probably an affordable place for artists to live. And this means it's probably an up-and-coming town, because wherever the artists move in, development often follows. So, Twisp, a town on the rise. A good real estate investment, perhaps. Somebody's going to get mad at me for saying that. So I stopped at that Chevron behind me, where the gas was only $5.09, which I thought it would be more in an out in the middle of nowhere place like this. But the people inside were really nice, and you know, I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna get crap at gas station coffee. Well, it turns out the coffee is some local roaster, all organic, and it's pretty good, except maybe I put a little too much cream in it. And then I went into the forbidden food zone again, because as those of you who've been watching my videos know that my husband's on a diet, so normally I can't eat this kind of food, but now that I'm on this road trip, I got myself a gas station eclair. This is half of it. It broke in half, which I guess is a good sign, because I was looking at it going, how fresh is this? Do they make it nearby? How far did it travel? But I didn't want to ask. I just didn't want to be that Karen or whatever that's like, how fresh are the donuts or whatever. I'm just like, I'm gonna trust that they're the only thing unwrapped in the cabinet, the case, so somebody somewhere nearby must make them. Anyway, yeah, these are fresh. It's light but doughy, sugary, too much sugar honestly, but it's really good. So, a lovely breakfast in Twisp. Twisp is a side trip, and so is Winthrop, which we're gonna go check out next, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Yes, I had a very special, almost creepy reason why I wanted to see Winthrop, which I didn't even know existed prior to looking at maps for this trip. We're in Winthrop already. Oh, they've got lazy river tubing, cute little hardware store. Oh my god, barnyard cinema. Oh, ice rink. That's kind of insane. Alright, I am clearly lost. Okay, so I'm driving around Winthrop, and there's this deer right here in the neighborhood. She's so cute. Oh, look at her little deer lips. There we go. This is downtown Winthrop. Okay. It's super early in the morning, so nothing's open, but oh my gosh, it's so Western cute. So I passed by an antique store, a Mexican place, a local bank, some courtyard dining, charming boutiques. There were some cute little riverside resorts, and oh, look at that pretty footbridge. That is so... Okay, we're gonna have to stop and check that out. So there's this really cute office building, and then right next to it, there's this beautiful footbridge. Okay, so I had done almost no research prior to coming to Winthrop, and that's the kind of serendipitous traveler I am sometimes. I just like to show up, drive around, see what's there, and discover things. And that's exactly what happened here. Whoa, what's this? Okay, so this little nature trail alongside the river is a real find. It's beautiful, it's peaceful. I've only seen a couple people out here. It's, you know, probably something like 70 degrees. So it's just really pleasant And it's flip-flop hiking for my friends Patty and Darren who only do flip-flop hiking. You can definitely walk this trail in your flip-flops. Charming little town, absolutely worth a visit, worth a weekend. I still haven't seen the other half of downtown, so we'll go drive through that, but this is a beautiful area, and I think it's right at the base of the Cascades. So all that Cascades outdoor adventure, I think, isn't too far away. Yeah, I definitely want to come back here sometime and really explore the area. Outdoor store, that's important. Where's the bookstore? Did I miss that? Oh, there it is. Trails End Bookstore. Too bad I was there before it opened, but I had a lot of ground to cover that day, so I had to go on. So the reason I wanted to see Winthrop is that there's a YouTuber that I sometimes watch who lives around here. I like her channel because she's a lifestyle channel. She just shows life living in the mountains near some small town, USA. Beautifully shot, kind of poetic in the ways she does her videos. So they're always very relaxing and zen to watch, which I appreciate. I appreciate the artistry that goes into them. So she did shots of her bookstore one day, and I noticed the name Trails End, and I'm like, where is that bookstore? Because the place, the area she lived was so beautiful. And did some Googling, and it was pretty easy to find the Trails End bookstore in Eastern Washington. It was here in Winthrop, and I'm like, Winthrop? What's Winthrop? So I started looking into Winthrop, and I could see that it was this cute, artsy town, like a small town I would like. That's how Winthrop came to be on the list. I know my style of car camping is different than most YouTubers because I spend a lot of time looking at these small towns, but the reason is because I'm coming into that final quarter of my life, and I'm wondering, am I living in the best place for me going forward into that decline of life? So one of the reasons I'm out here looking at all these places is I want to figure out if I need to be moving to one of them to die. But die with style. Yeah. Speaking of death, I just ran over a little chipmunk. I feel terrible. I've never hit a chipmunk before. Usually, they're the smart ones. They get off the road so fast. I've hit squirrels before. It was a long time ago. But I've never hit a chipmunk. And one chipmunk was chasing the other across the street, and they had paused in my lane, and the one that was being chased was like, what do I do? Do I go back to the person chasing me, or do I go forward, or what do I do, or what do I do? And the poor thing just paused for too long, and I wasn't able to avoid him or her. And it's like, why? Was it her time? She a young chipmunk, an old chipmunk? I'm just assuming it's a girl. Some boy was probably chasing her. How old was she? What was she doing that morning? What was she thinking about? Did she know this would be her last day on Earth? I feel terrible. I took her little chipmunk life. My life could be over in an instant. Any one of us could be dead in an instant for some freak reason. But life goes on until it doesn't. I stewed for hours and tried to forget. So this is the Colville Indian Reservation. It's 84 degrees. I'm sorry, I forgot to wipe off the bugs at the gas station. It was time for a break. So I've noticed that out here in Central Washington, if your car is all dirty and effed up, like messy, you fit right in. If your car is clean and shiny and new, you totally stand out. So this is great. I'm blending in. There's the S. Okay, yeah, we're at Safeway. We need to get some ice. Okay, this time Safeway did not have a 7-pound bag of ice, but even better, they had this 10-pound solid block of ice, which I think will last much longer. I have a lot of food to eat tonight, actually, because tomorrow I'm going someplace where the food is provided. Just my leftover meat. Please also get some salad. Some level of priority. Let's good for either air keeps nice and cool for when it gets miserably hot today. Ice operation is complete. Yeah, so this window cleaning, these shots were done multiple times because at first the camera angle was bad, and then I started thinking about the ridiculousness of it all. But hey, at least the windows got extra clean. It's 1,300 miles of gunk on the windows so far. There's a lot of it. Somehow even the insides got dirty. I'm trying to get you a clear view. You know, Ted's usually the one who does all the wiping of the windows. Missy cutie. We are here in Omak and we are gonna head up this 97 to Tonasket and all the way up to Oroville just to check it out. I'm thinking I might go this way. Maybe we'll sleep around here in Chihuahua. It's 86 degrees and climbing, but yeah, it's a beautiful day out on the road. I'm so grateful to be here. Every time this car starts, it doesn't give me trouble. I'm so grateful. So we are coming into Tonasket, a land for all seasons, according to them. 20 East Republic. That's the way we normally go if we were just not going to Oroville. So this looks like they're downtown. Small but functional. Oh my god, there's a yoga shop. There's a grill. Thai food. Alright, that's impressive. There's like a little tiny hospital. Of course, a Catholic church. Oh, there's a ski area. Wow. Here's a supermarket. The RV park. Mexican food. That's good. Gotta have that. And yeah, that was Tonasket. It's a lovely setting, but it's probably a little too remote for me. So I think we're going to stop in Oroville for lunch. Oroville has a big lake, and I think there's some lakeside recreation areas, parks, whatever. So hopefully I can find a place in the shade with a picnic table. This is surprisingly pretty country, even though it's dry and there aren't a lot of trees. There's some really dramatic rock formations that really don't look like much in the video, but in person they're just big. Okanagan River, and I almost missed it. Okay, we are coming into Oroville. Population, we don't know. We'll have to look it up. We have our own radio station. That's so old school. Here we go. Downtown Oroville. Ooh, we got some empty places. I do believe they have a brewery in town. Hometown Pizza and Bakery. Gotta combine it when you're a little town. Pharmacy. This is a very functional downtown. This is not a shishi tourist place. Let's just see some of the little houses. Senior Center. At one point I was looking at Oroville as like a really great little town to live in, to kind of be far away from the rest of the mayhem that is America, but I think it might be a little too remote. It's a cute house. So it was getting hot, I was getting tired, and I was only halfway through my itinerary for the day. I had to find a place to rest for a while. Yeah.